I'm Malanee from Los Alamos County Council, and I'm here to give you a recap of our meeting last night, our working session, which was held February 11th, 2025 in White Rock. I will just go over some of the high points of our meeting. Basically, we had a presentation by Jessica Kunkel. She's the manager of the Department of Energy Environmental Management. And she basically talked about the scope, which includes groundwater, surface, and subsurface remediation and waste management. She talked about the 2016 compliance order on consent, which is basically the principal document to govern legacy cleanup. The highest priority right now for them is the hexavalent chromium in the groundwater, and basically what that is it's a corrosion inhibitor that was used in 1956 to 1972, and in 2004 a plume was discovered, and so the interim measures for cleanup commenced in 2018 to try to remove this chromium. In addition, she talked about the status of legacy true waste shipments and corrugated metal pipes that were used for radioactive liquid waste treatment facility transport. All those pipes, which are contaminated, will be shipped to WIP this year. She talked about material disposal areas, which 9 have been remediated to date, and aggregate areas. 172 out of 205 sites have been remediated, and the ion beam facility decommissioning and removal is currently in process. Brad Smith, who's from N3B, also talked about the 2025 activities, and the first thing he mentioned was that WIP, the Waste Isolation Pilot Plant in Carlsbad, is in a 3-month outage, and so they are in cross-training and training for mission excellence with a lot of the employees that they have. A lot of teamwork efforts, trying to get everybody on the same page, and especially from all the varied backgrounds that they have within their staff. Pit 9 is buried waste, and basically they're going to put an enclosure over that waste area while they remediate. That's going to happen this year. And there are about 12 to 15 months of planning activities in all these processes. There are 111 low-level waste containers that have been remediated, and 1,100 milestones this year. So they also mentioned that their attrition level has decreased, which is a good thing. So they're not as concerned about the rehiring and hiring that has been going on in years past. Then we had an update from Danielle Duran. She's Intergovernmental Affairs in Los Alamos County, and she gave us a 2025 legislative session update presentation. She talked about 704 bills had been filed so far, but they're expecting about 1,000 by February 20th. The bills are assigned to committees for review, and some of the bills that she mentioned that Los Alamos supports include Wildfire Prepared Act and Fund, the Fair Plan Act revisions, which is basically insurance coverage, forest and watershed buffer projects, and she basically talked about the pending position on repeal of the anti-donation clause, which is public, private donation or public donations for projects that also include private participation. She mentioned the Affordable Housing Act funding that we are very supportive of. And she said there are 4 weeks left of the legislative session. This basically happens every 2 years. So, we have a 60-day legislative session this year compared to, every other year it's only 30 days. Danielle also provided list of the Los Alamos County focal areas for the legislation that is supported, monitored, and opposed. And she talked about our draft 2025 federal priorities. This includes supporting NNSA and EM appropriations as key economic drivers for the region, because we're just really unclear about the new administration position on support for those organizations. We're also asking for more land transfer for housing, support for more alternative energy projects, which includes nuclear and consent-based siting, and congressional request and appropriation for creating a DOE community infrastructure grant program, which basically highlights Los Alamos County and DOE initiatives that are interconnected. We approved our consent items. One of the items on consent was, let me get to that page here, an East Park basketball and North Mesa tennis court demo and renovation project. So that contract has been approved. Lastly, we have a new regular agenda item, which is working groups and external entities reports. And basically what this item is an opportunity for all the counselors to talk about all the different activities that they're participating in, both, for our internal boards. We have assignments as liaisons to at least 2. And then we also have other assignments to external working groups, committees, boards, etc. And, we have roughly each about 8 assignments there. So, that gives us an opportunity to talk about, the things that we have been involved in and share that with the rest of the council. So that was it for our meeting last night. I hope everybody has a great week and happy Valentine's Day coming up. Thank you very much for your time.